Hung Jury has arrived in Destiny 2 and it's available in Season of the Splicer as a Nightfall reward. This is a huge fan favourite from the Destiny 1 days and it's finally arrived in Destiny 2 after a much hyped build-up. Well, today I'm going to have a look at the weapon stats, the PvE and PvP god rolls to chase, plus the all-important info for how to get the weapon in Destiny 2. Well, if you're new around here or find this useful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. Well, the Hung Jury SR4 was made famous in Destiny 1 as you could acquire this from the Dead Orbit vendor in the tower, Arak Jalal. The scout rifles were probably in a better place in Destiny 1 when compared to the current state of scout rifles in Destiny 2. But the one standout scout rifle at the moment is Dead Man's Tale. I still think Hung Jury is going to be worth getting your hands on, especially if you get the right rolls, and I'll be going through the specific rolls to look out for very soon in the video. Well, the Hung Jury SR4 is a legendary kinetic scout rifle, and this one is a precision frame, meaning the weapon's recoil pattern is much more predictably vertical. Looking at the stats, we got 62 for impact, 54 for range, 60 for stability, 55 for handling, 51 for reload speed. It's a 180 rounds per minute scout rifle with 16 in the magazine. So in terms of comparisons, there don't seem to be too many 180 precision frame scout rifles in the game at the moment, given sunsetting at the start of Beyond Light. And I did manage to find one in my vault called the Royal Chase, which was introduced as part of Season of the Hunt. It kind of came and went and no one really made any buzz about it. Well, next up, let's have a look at the Hung Jury PvP and PvE god rolls to chase. And it is worth noting, before diving into the god rolls, that Firefly can roll on Hung Jury. So my luck was in, and I got this one to drop for me on the first try with Firefly. And Firefly states, precision kills with the weapon increase the reload speed and causes targets to explode, dealing solar damage to nearby enemies. So this perk is close to a combination of Dragonfly and Outlaw combined. And this was one of the worries with Hung Jury coming back to Destiny 2, given the lack of Firefly, but Bungie also brought that perk back too. So for PvE, Rapid Hit and Firefly is probably a good role to look out for, and also Surplus and Explosive Payload. For PvP, Moving Target and Box Breathing would be a decent role, so I'm mainly going to be using this one in PvE content, so I was really looking forward to a Firefly role. As I said, I managed to get hold of Surplus and Firefly on mine, which isn't too bad, but that combo of Rapid Hit and Firefly does sound very tempting indeed, but the odds on getting that exact role are pretty slim. Let me know down in the comments what roles you are chasing, and if you've got the Hung Jury to drop so far, let me know what roles you got. Well, next up, let's have a look at how to get the Hung Jury SR4 in Destiny 2. So to get Hung Jury in Season of the Splicer, it is a Nightfall specific reward. So the rewards rotate each week and it is a random drop at the end of Nightfall, so it isn't guaranteed on the completion of every Nightfall. Also, the higher the difficulty, the more likely it is to drop, and I found a good balance on the Legend and Master Nightfalls, with Hung Jury dropping for me on my second Nightfall run on the Legend difficulty. And at the time of making this guide, Fallen Saber is the weekly Nightfall, and it's a relatively quick and easy Nightfall to get through. And the best thing to do is get a few friends together for a run, but if you don't have any friends to play with, you can always check out the Bungie app and use the Fireteam section there, or use a website like Destiny Tracker. So we do have a This Week in Video Games Discord, and it's always worth coming in there and seeing if anyone is up for a game. And you can find the links down below for that. Regarding the Nightfall rotation of weapons, each week there's a different Nightfall weapon on offer, so you have a week to farm for the Hung Jury. So it will be back in a few weeks' time. So Hung Jury is available from the 18th until the 25th of May 2021, and it's going to be back in 2 weeks' time from the 25th. So I do a video every Tuesday talking about the weekly reset, so subscribe and hit notifications to never miss out on what's going on in the Destiny universe. Well, next up, I wanted to have a look at the Season of the Splicer artifact, and there are some specific mods on the seasonal artifact to look out for. So this one is the Paradrome Cube, and the Scout Rifle mods are as follows. So we've got Anti-Barrier Scout Rifle, We've got Scout Rifle Loader, so increased reload speed. And also a really good one at the end here, Energy Accelerant, so your Dragonfly, Chain Reaction and Firefly Explosions deal more damage. Well, Anti-Barrier is going to be really useful if you're heading into a Legend or Master Lost sector, and Nightfalls and also Raids, and especially if you're going into the Vault of Glass. Scout Rifle Loader is okay, but Energy Accelerant is really interesting as Firefly Explosions are going to deal more damage, and this is definitely one to bear in mind if you're going to be running around the solar system with Hung Jury in your hands. Well, finally today I wanted to look at the state of Scout Rifles in the current sandbox in Destiny 2. The Scout Rifles in general don't appear to be in the best place in Destiny 2 at the moment, so it's going to be interesting to see how people feel about Hung Jury coming back. So some other popular Scout Rifles at the moment are the Eternal Blazon, although this one is a lightweight frame Scout Rifle, and Eternal Blazon was part of the loot pool in Season of the Chosen, and you can get this one out there in the World Loot Pool at the moment. So lightweight frames fire at 200 RPM, so it's slightly faster than the Hung Jury. And other good examples of lightweight frames include Vouchsafe, and you can get that one on the Dreaming City. That's another lightweight frame. And there's also the ever reliable Nightwatch, which is another kinetic lightweight scout. So there isn't a mention of the word Scout Rifle in the patch notes for Season of the Splicer, so Bungie must feel that scouts are in a fairly balanced place. I think the main draw of Hung Jury is going to be the Firefly perk though, but also there's plenty of buzz about box breathing too. Well, let me know down in the comments what you think of Hung Jury. Do you like Destiny 1 weapons coming back, and does it feel like you remember? Well, that is it for this guide for how to get Hung Jury SR4 in Destiny 2. And as always, thank you so much for watching. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. If you want to join the community, check out the Discord link in the description, or you can follow me on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video, found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks again. See you in the next video.
Data as you would the light. This is the power of the sacred splicer.
You did well, but never forget, you're a guardian first. Your power is a gift from the Traveler, not the Fallen.
The Saint